With a rhythmic skeleton in place, there is one more major thing to consider when setting the text: making it understandable to the audience. Fewer things are more infuriating as a listener than not being able to understand what the words are in a piece. Here are some general guidelines of things to avoid so that your listeners won't suffer a massive ear strain as they try and listen to your piece and pick out the words. Number 1, avoid the high register except for the occasional stress of a single vowel-heavy syllable. Most singers have trouble using the upper extremes of their register for consonants in particular, so unless you're holding a vowel sound, you're going to lose intelligibility. Number 2, avoid putting the accent on the wrong syllable, unless you're going for something deliberately surreal or Dadaist. Keep the accents where they would be in spoken language. Number 3, avoid rapid-fire delivery of large amounts of text. For every patter song, like the Major General's song in Pirates of Penzance, there are tons of people who take them way above tempo, making them nearly impossible to understand. Number 4, avoid constant melismas. A melisma is stretching out a syllable with additional pitch content, drawing it out and adding melodic contour. If done well, as in the aria Costa Diva from the opera Norma by Vincenzo Bellini, they can be exquisite. Unfortunately, they're typically used by singers to make their singing more emotional. I blame American Idol and the butchering of the national anthem at major sporting events in equal parts. Number 5, remember that singers need air and they do have to breathe sometime. Try and put places to breathe in the piece at the end of lines or at pauses like commas in the text. Number 6, take the individual singer's voice into consideration. Most singers that you work with will have a favored range or tessitura. This will be slightly different for every singer, so ask beforehand. This range is going to be your best place for placing the majority of your text. Number 7, use reference pitches. Give a singer a frame of reference for where they come in by either cueing them in with a unison pitch in advance of their entrance, or by playing their motive in another part so that they know exactly what pitch they will come in on. You can also reinforce their part by playing it in unison or octaves in an instrumental part. Number 8, finally, do not be afraid to repeat things. Especially if it's an important line in the text, repetition with or without reinforcement by the accompaniment or an accompanying register shift really helps to accentuate important lines. Again, keep in mind that these are general guidelines. As always, your mileage may vary.